I'm gonna be a star. Well, I've always been a star, but I'm going to be a star in the way that most people think of being a star, and I could feel it. I feel it coming this month, and I'm manifesting it. I want to walk at the Met Gala. I want to walk at big names, fashion shows. I want to hear my stuff in movies, big movies. I want to work alongside my favorite artists and actors. Like in a big way, and I think there's a couple of us that have been in very unique situations that have been like working very adjacent to that. And I think when you are in those positions for so long, you forget that like there's more you can go, more you can do. Sometimes we need a little break from it to realize, no, there's more that we want out of our creative careers. And for me, I could be a bit selfish with like my skills and talents. Because like as an artist, we're supposed to share our gifts. But I think about how so many of us are actually super, super shy. Like that's what's made us like artists. Like we like the act of being able to sit by ourselves and work on something. So the idea of at least for me, the idea of fame kind of creates some sort of like internal conflict. But the thing is, if you're able to achieve a certain level of fame, you're able to do the thing you love, and hopefully live a decent life doing it for a very long time. It's also strange, especially now, because it does feel that if you're an artist, in order to be seen, you have to create content. And for me, those are two completely different things. But this is not a complaint. This is a recognition, a verbal recognition of what I want and putting it out there. You know, every time I sit and I do one of these things, I think about the Joss Stone album, Introducing Joss Stone, where it's like grayscale and then there's like paint across her back and the brick wall. And the beginning of that album is like a monologue. I forget the name of the speaker, but he talks about change. And I used to know it like by heart, but he talks about how everything changes and how you actually need to have like the balls to change. I think about change a lot. I think about how you could think you change and something may happen when you realize your old structure is the framework of like the way you see things that still exists and may expose that you haven't really changed that much, but obviously change is hard, but I think it's really beautiful. The getting lost in the change It's beautiful. I was watching this video yesterday and like these two individuals were like blindfolded and they were standing in this like taped square around their feet, like maybe just like foot wide, foot long square. And they were told to just like march and try the same place. And you know, they march. Kind of hear their voices like moving the room, so they had a sense of where they were in relation to each other, and they tried to guess who was farther off and who was like still in the box. Like after a certain amount of time, they like took their blindfolds off and they realized that they did travel a little bit out of the box. So I bring that up not to necessarily talk about change, but like progress. Like even if you don't know where you're going, as long as like you're doing something, you're traveling, you're moving, there's movement being made. Oh, this is 6 minutes, okay. It's funny, I always feel like when I click record on these, I always feel like I have really nothing to say and that it's going to end up being like a 30-second soundbite, but here we are.